Welcome back to Tishomingo County Braves basketball. Again on the campus of Kossuth High School, where the Lady Braves got win number 14 on the season in the opener as they went off to a 43-13 lead at the half, and pretty much once they got it to 35-point lead, the clock ran, and they never surrendered another point.
Yeah, I mean, and defensively just kept up that intensity. Everybody played and everybody contributed, and there wasn't defensively. There didn't seem to be a drop off, right? No matter who's in it.
Even in the first half, when it was still a close game, it was the Braves defense that turned the game into a blowout.
Right.
We hit some threes, but most of the baskets were as a result of the press and feeding the ball ahead and getting layups.
Right.
All right, Braves out. The boys, that is, out being introduced now as they look to snap a 3-game skid. They came into the Ripley game, the second game in the division, at 10-2. Lost to Ripley 74-65, a 9-point, but it was closer than that.
Yeah.
And then lost to Dessler by 10 and lost to McNary Central by 10. So they're not getting blown out.
No, exactly.
And again, we talk about, playing without Markle, who he was out there in warm-ups. We'll see if he gets introduced in the starting lineup or not.
No, he did. Was Ashton Johnson starting?
Okay, yeah. But he is dressed. He got that ankle taped up. We'll see how many minutes he gets. But he acted like before the game that he was going to play. So We'll see if that helps. Kossuth in their home whites. Braves in the road blacks with the blue trim. Again, it's luckily the numbers are trimmed in white because that would be a nightmare for numbers again.
Oh, man.
Luckily, we're to the point where on our, we pretty much know who they are just by looking at them without seeing the numbers. But
back in the football days, you had these kind of jerseys and you're 60 yards away from them in the press box.
And they're wearing helmets.
Right, yeah.
All right, we're ready to go. And the tip is controlled by the Braves. They both tapped and then they just looked at each other. There's a 3 from the wing on the way is good. Boy, just like that. Coming out of the gate.
That Barnes?
Barnes knocking down the 3. Kossuth tries a backdoor pass. Now back out front.
Kossuth.
There comes Robertson with a steal. Lays it in. Boy, good start for the Braves. 5-0. That looks like the way the ladies started.
Again, defense getting after it.
Defense wins championships. We have heard that I don't know how many times. And it's been the case. If you go and look at, when you get to Jackson, defense is what wins those championships.
Absolutely.
This is where it all starts right here. Ball on the left wing. That's McCalman, just an 8th grader.
And actually played last year as a 7th grader varsity.
Wow. There's a baseline jumper. No good. Barnes with a rebound. Gets it ahead quickly. Booker. Now in the corner. Back to Booker. Now feeds Robertson. Left wing. Circling around to McNutt. Braves slow it down. They find Robertson. There's a 3 on the way. No good. That was an air ball. And going the other way is Kossuth. So Barnes and we got 2 new starters in here besides Barnes. And we missed him and Johnson.
Oh yeah.
So I guess you got to try and change things up when you're
trying to make something happen.
Yep, with a 3-game losing streak. So far, so good. 5-0 lead. And there's a shot and missed the shot. Kossuth had a good look at it.
Yeah, good
off
rebound.
The rebound. Couldn't get it to go, and Barnes with the rebound gets it ahead. Now down the lane. Oh, what a no-look pass as they feed McNutt. That's our man.
Call him super sub, but he's super starter tonight.
That's right. Ashton Johnson with a no-look pass. Whoa, now they get the ball down low to Spencer, and he jumps up there and slams it home.
Two-handed slam. That's a good way to get your first points of the game.
That's right. Lead back down to 5 against 7-2. That's a high percentage shot.
Every time.
They say shooting free throws And now we're going to get Booker. He lost the ball and then fouled the man that took it from him. That's like a double whammy. That's like striking out and falling down on your way back to the dugout. So still a 5-point lead, 7-2. Kossuth will throw it in from the sideline. First foul, either team. First foul on the Braves. Oh, now they're going to get Robertson. I don't think he touched him. I don't either. I think that he faked him out and he fell.
I think that's what Robinson's telling the guy. I mean, I didn't even touch you.
That ought to be a foul on Kossuth for embellishment. That's what they call that in hockey and basketball. If you fall down like that faking that you were fouled, you get called for one. So a 5-point lead for the Braves. Kossuth with the ball. Now driving baseline all the way to the goal. Lays it in. Braves didn't use that baseline to cut them off.
Yeah, nobody helped either.
And just like that, a 4-0 run by the Aggies. Cut the lead back down to 3 now. Robertson in the right wing. Left wing to Johnson. Back out, Barnes. Now back to Robertson. Pull up jumper, no good. And rebound taken down by the Aggies. Quickly up the floor, all the way to the goal. Shot no good, but they're going to get Barnes. Yeah, they're going to get Barnes with a foul.
Be team third. First on Barnes. 3 fouls on the Braves, none on the Aggies so far.
Well, you know, the Braves aren't taking the ball to the goal. That's when you get fouls. There's a pull-up shot, bank, no good. Rebound to Johnson. Johnson in the right wing. Now fakes a handoff to Robertson. Instead, he's going all the way to the goal strong and tries to go up and has the ball knocked loose and out of bounds. Braves will keep possession halfway through this first quarter. Low-scoring game, 7-4.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, trying to get settled in.
Ball comes in, McNutt. Between the leg dribble, now feeds it out. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound to the Aggies. Driving, pulling up, and a whistle and a foul. So I'm not sure who they put that on, or are they going to say he stepped out of bounds? I'm not sure what they call.
Looks like they put it on Ashton Johnson.
Yep, they did, number 30. So
team fourth.
Now they get it in the paint, stepping through 2 players for the layup, and it's good by Lewis. And a 6-0 run has cut this lead back down to 1 now. Braves need a basket.
Hadn't scored in a while.
It has been a while. And just like that, they had a good look, missed the shot, and then Barnes going over the back gets called for the foul.
That'll be his second. So that's going to send.
And Markle is at the scorer's table.
Kossuth to the free throw line.
And he's coming in.
He can't come in because he got to wait for the free throw. Officials didn't realize it's a.
Yeah, we're already at 5.
Yeah. Barnes can't come in after the first free throw. So they'll make him walk back over to the scorer's table.
And they'll shoot 1 free throw, and then he'll come in.
Yep. It's one of those technicalities of
basketball. I think they need to change that rule now because, since there's no 1-and-1, you're going to get 2 shots anyway.
Right.
So why not?
I mean, nothing's going to change on this first shot.
Now here he comes. See?
I mean, nobody's really even going to move.
Wasted 5 minutes of our lives right there by doing the same thing he's going to do anyway.
They will never get back.
All right, we're tied at 7 as he hits the Boyce Hoggworth State Farm free throw, and the next one is no good, but they get the rebound. And no idea why that horn's going off.
Usually don't see that.
There is confusion on the floor.
Usually don't see the horn blow in the middle of a play.
I know.
They stop play. Official at the scorer's table.
3 things. Either something was terribly wrong, somebody came in that probably wasn't on the
now we got the scorebook.
Yep.
Somebody's fixing to get teed up. Come on.
Who did we not write in the scorebook?
That'll be a technical foul if that's what it is.
Yep.
Maybe we figured out that we do have them.
Nope, we didn't apparently because there's a technical. It's got to be Markle because he's the only one to come on the floor that wasn't already on the floor.
Yeah, so now
we got the score going over. Still talk going on. Let's.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and obviously, I don't know how the technicalities of that work. Usually, you give the scorer your book and they write them down.
Well, what if he don't write down?
Right, exactly. But also, before the game starts, the coach signs off on that. So.
All right, first free throw on the way is good, and that gives Kossuth their first lead. And he misses the second one again. So 8-7 now. Aggies with the lead.
Now should get the ball, Kossuth.
And both those free throws brought to you by Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm and IU. Now we're back to the scorer's table again. See, everybody only thought they were going to get home early, right? All right. Apparently it's all well. Markle's playing. It only cost us 1 point. 8-7. Aggies drive the lane, and right off the bat, Markle with a block shot.
Makes his presence known. He's like he's getting down the floor pretty good.
Up to McNutt. Swings it out. Now in the corner. Robertson for three. There it is. Isn't it amazing what one guy going on the floor can do to just, everybody's psyche and everything. It's just amazing. Ball down low. Now back out front. Good job cutting off defensively. Now backdoor pass. Johnson got a hold of it. Now they're stuck in the lane. Now turn around. Robertson with a block shot. Johnson with a rebound.
Yeah, good defense there by the Braves. Ball got inside on them, but they denied it, and they denied the shot.
Pass in the corner. Spin move. Hang. Shot. No, won't go, but he draws the foul. Boy, Chase was a contortionist going to the goal.
Man, that looked like a tornado going through there spinning around, did he not? And the shot almost went.
It did, but he'll go to the line with 2 shots. Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm free throws.
First trip to the line tonight for the Braves.
And it's Chase Booker at the line. First one on the way is short. So Braves by 2. 2:31 still to go here in the first. Lines it up on the way. And he missed that one too. Boy, missed a pair of free throws.
Yeah, first one was too short and the second one was too long.
When you're fighting a losing streak, you definitely need your free throws.
Yeah, near steal there by McNutt and knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Kossuth basketball.
Ball comes in the backcourt. Cross half court, Braves in that man-to-man. Leading by 2, 2:19 to go first quarter. Pass down low. Move around, he slams another one home. Got a slamming machine right there. Spencer again. Again, I don't blame him. If I could dunk, I'd be doing it too.
I'd do it every time.
The backboard the thing be rocking all night. He tried to feed it down low to Markle and he threw it away.
Yeah, just a inerrant pass there by the Braves.
So Kossuth looking to take the lead back. This game tied at 10. Minute 45 to go in the first. And now a whistle and a foul. See who they put that one on. Apparently that's going on the Braves too.
On Booker, his second.
That is 17 fouls on the Braves, 1 on Kossuth.
Ugh.
The game's still tied at 10, or it was, as the first free throw goes down. That is Kilo with a free throw, and he'll have another one. That was good, too. All your free throws brought to you by Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm in IU. 1002 Battleground Drive, 423-59-31. Booker in the corner, draws a double team, gets it down low. Now driving the lane, shot up and good. Good job with the mid-range jumper. You know, McNutt's, one of the most underappreciated parts of it is that mid-range jumper.
And he needs to shoot more. He doesn't take many shots tonight.
Yep. Tied at 12 now with 1:15 to go here in the first. Top of the circle, now to the right wing. Braves in that man. There's a long three ball on the way, no good. And Robertson's going to just let the rebound go out of bounds, and Braves will get the ball back with 1:06 to go in the first. 12-12. Ball comes into McNutt. He walks it up. We go under a minute to go. Johnson sets a screen. Two guys. One, they shifted. They switched and slid off the one, and so he had a wide open shot but couldn't get it to go. Kossuth gets the rebound, and then on the rebound, another foul on the Braves.
Ashton Johnson.
That is 8 fouls on the Braves in the first part of this game, first quarter. We're still in the first quarter.
Wow, I didn't realize that, dude.
Wow. Usually you see foul totals like this at the end of a half, not a quarter. And free throw is good. Johnson's going to have to come out. And Edge is going to come in. (13-12). Make it 14-12. That's a pair of free throws. Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm free throws. Kossuth with a 2-point lead now. Braves with the ball. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Most of the time these foul things usually balance out. Let's hope so tonight.
Maybe they will. Like the Braves are going to try to hold it for the last shot of the quarter. It looks like Kossuth may be happy to oblige.
To oblige, yeah. In other words, it's not a conundrum, right?
No conundrum. We're all in agreement here.
That's right. Here they come out to play the ball. McNutt off the dribble. 15 seconds now. He's getting chased, and they foul him. They got fouls to give. That's what they're trying to do. They can still give 2 more fouls for your shooting free throws.
But they really don't want you in the quarter. You know what I mean? So Coach Burnett was not happy with that foul.
The ball goes to the backcourt. So now you're down to 8 seconds. Now all good screen. Off go down the lane. Hang shot, no good. Kossuth with the rebound. Shot at the buzzer on the way is good. Wow. A three from at least 3/4 court
from the other 3-point line
is good by Klingen. Man. That's one we'd like to. That's why I need a replay.
Man, that was pretty impressive.
That gives them a 5-point lead, 17-12. And boy, he just, it wasn't one of them one-handed throws. He actually took a shot.
And didn't bank it in. Drained it.
Drained it. So that's one of the more impressive things you'll see. All right, we'll just go ahead and keep it right here. We got enough. I think we got enough timeouts in that first quarter. 17-12 now. Kossuth with the lead here at the end of one, and Braves got out to a good start, 7-2. But since then, Kossuth has really took over this game.
Yeah, Braves just having trouble scoring, and obviously sent Kossuth to the line a lot. I don't know. I'm not keeping up with their statistics, but a lot of their points off of the free throw line.
Well, yeah, we had 8 fouls. They had 1 foul.
Yeah.
And, it's not that the Braves are shooting the ball terribly as much as we ain't getting no shots.
Right.
All right. Braves come out of the huddle waiting on Kossuth. Getting ready to start the second quarter. Braves come back in with Edge, and they've also brought in, got to find Klingen. I gave Klingen credit with that a while ago. That was Kilo that hit the three. I was looking at our roster instead of there, so Kilo hit the three for Kossuth. Klingen's in the game now for the Braves, so too many 23s. Braves trying to force a 5-second count. They're turning up the defensive intensity. Now we're going to travel. Too many pump fakes and too many steps, and the ball goes back to the Braves. I think, that's one way to break out of a slump is to turn up the defense. Just like we saw what kind of points the Lady Braves got off their defense. I'm sure Braves can do the same thing. Ball out front. Now into the corner. Looking now, coming back out. Circling around. Driving baseline, cut off. Good defense by Kossuth, just not giving the Braves anything. Now Ed's going to take a three, no good. And rebound is taken. Robinson just took it off the back of the Kossuth player, and he keeps his possession alive. Now McNutt has his pocket picked. Good hands that time by McCalman. Swing ball, left wing, three on the way, no good. Rebound to Kossuth, going back up. Strong shot, no good, and Markle with the rebound.
We've been stuck on 12 for a while, hadn't we?
We have. Kossuth about to bring in some subs. Edge, now to Markle in the right wing. Now to Klingon, looking to go down. Now he feeds Robertson. Robertson dribbles through the lane out the other side. Hands it off to McNutt. Now down low, Markle shot's good.
Yeah, it's good to have that play back.
It is. So that breaks the scoring drought for the Braves, and the lead back down to 3 now for Kossuth. 2 minutes into this second quarter. McCalman in the left wing being guarded by Robertson. Now swings it to the right. Cross-court pass. Now they feed down on the block. Braves drop down, double-team the ball. They quick it back to an open wing. Good ball movement from Kossuth. They're not getting any shots. The Braves are doing a good job of catching up to the ball, but Kossuth is doing what they need to do, ball movement.
Absolutely.
Now there's one down low in the lane. Shot's good. And see, that's how it ended up. And now the Braves are going to take a timeout. 5:35 to go here in the first half. Back to a 5-point lead for Kossuth, 19-14. Back in 30 seconds. Listen to Braves basketball.
On Fun 91.
Kossuth is on. Pass down low. Now they swing it out. Robertson got a three ball on the way. Good. Boy, that helps. That cuts the lead back down to 2.
Yes, second three for Dusty Robinson of the night.
That's about he's hit the only threes we've had. Oh, what a move. What a shot that time by Killo again.
They've had a lot of points in the paint. Kossuth has.
Well, Killo shooting, threes from other end of the floor and then layups too, so he is a equal opportunity scorer. Oh, now Braves throw it away. This has just been, kind of hard to describe what this is. It's just
Braves just seem out of sync right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and apparently been out of sync for 2 or 3 games now. And they hadn't been able to put the same 5 on the floor because we've had some injuries, and we've got some more going on now. We get one back and lose another one. So driving down the lane, picks up his dribble, feeds in the right wing. They had that consistency going with those 5 starters they had, but now you've had to kind of
shuffle your lineup up a little bit.
Mix and match a little bit different. Give and go, backdoor cut, misses the layup. Braves got lucky right there. Kossuth did everything but score. So Braves down 4 with the ball. Edge looking now, feeds Markle on the right wing. Now to Robertson, fakes the three, down the lane. Shot up, no good. I don't know if that's a shot he wanted.
Yeah, I think he kind of got forced to take something.
Now Killo all the way to the goal, got too far under the goal, missed the shot. Braves going all the way to the goal, lose the ball. And now they got to get back. They thought it was going out of bounds, but Kossuth saved it. Now feeds it up to an open three and knocks it down. That's that man again, Killo.
Yep.
I'd like to see his shot chart at the end of the game. That's coming from all different areas.
Everywhere.
It is. 24-17 now. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Aggies. Feeding the corner. Now stepping through. Pull-up jumper on the way. Good. There's that mid-range jumper we talk about he don't take enough of.
Yeah, he needs to be shooting some more of those tonight. Case of McNutt.
So McNutt gets the lead back down to 5.
Got to get a stop. Need a stop
3 minutes to go here. Ball top of the circle. Now to the right wing. Pass down low. Good hands that time of the Braves. They got the stop they needed. McNutt brings it up the floor. In the corner, Robertson now back out edge. He'll fire for three. No good. Boy, that ball, it almost set on the back of the rim. It almost fell in. It did not, though, and Kossuth with the rebound. They pick up the dribble. Now they feed out front. Edge coming out to play the ball. Now he lets him loose. They feed another open three on the way. No good. Long rebound. And Edge has it taken away. Kossuth just keeps ending up with every loose ball. And Kilo knocks down another three.
He can't miss.
It is an 8-point lead for the Aggies. 2 minutes to go. Braves been outscored 10-7 in this quarter. Trail by 8 now. Robertson for three from the wing. That's deflected and picked up. And now a baseball length pass to Kossuth, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. See if it's before the shot.
It's going to go on Robinson. I think it was on the floor, was it not?
Nope, he's saying two shots.
Wow.
You know, earlier we saw one that should have counted. This is when he thought's on the floor, and they're giving him two shots. First free throw on the way, no good. That's a Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm free throw that he misses. Got one more, it's on the way. He misses that one too, and again they track down the rebound. They're getting all the loose balls and all the rebounds, and Braves are getting all the fouls.
That's not a good exchange.
No, probably not. This time the Braves do come up with the loose balls. McNutt comes out of there with it. Down by 8 with 1:20 to go here in the half. McNutt now feeds the edge back out to McNutt.
Take it. Oh, can take that shot.
Now he steps inside the three-point line. Shot is good. See, he knows where his shot is.
Yeah.
You'd like to have a three, but if he feels more confident right there, we'll take it.
You know, he's got to be shooting 80% from the field tonight.
Just not getting enough shots.
Right.
McCalman finds a backdoor cut. Shot on the way, no good. Loose ball picked up by, they're going to call it jump ball.
Why is the clock still running?
Yeah, they stopped it.
Yeah.
We lost about 2 seconds, but it's going to be Braves basketball, down by 6.
McNutt seems to have the hot hand. I'd like to see him get a shot here for the half.
He's got the ball in his hands right now, and he gets a screen from Markle. And then a double screen. He comes off of that one. They drop back down, double team Markle. Now he's going to come back out to the high ball screen. Give and go with Markle. Now he gives it away and it ends up tipping out to the hands of Klingon for three. No good. Kossuth with the rebound. 18 seconds to go. All the way to the goal. Shot no good, but a whistle and a foul. I think that's going on Clark. It is. Cooper just came into the game, picks up the foul.
Well, saying what, Kilo to the free throw line?
It is. First free throw is good. I was going to say, he ain't missed anywhere else. Maybe he'll miss up there, but he didn't. As he knocks down the first Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm free throw. And the second one. All the free throws tonight brought to you by Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm. 10 seconds to go. Braves down by 8.
Oh, man.
And throw it away. Boy, it's just gotten sloppy right now.
Yeah, just tough. Better keep your eye on Kilo. He's open right now.
That's right. If he's on the floor, he's open. He takes the pass. Half court. Pull-up jumper on the way. Ooh, he almost made it again. Wow. And that ends the first half. And an ugly first half that Kossuth will take is they were down 7-2, and they've came back and taken an 8-point lead as they lead here at the half by a score of 29-21. What you got, Mike?
Let's see, for the Braves, 2, 4, 6, 8 points for Kason McNutt, 8 points for Dustin Robinson, 3 for Barnes, and 2 for Graydon Markle.
All right, so the Braves trail by 8 here at the half. We're going to send back to the studio. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and see if we can get this corrected and see if the Braves can make a comeback and stop this losing streak. Back in about 10 minutes, listening to Braves basketball.
Home Fun 91.
You call the right number?
I think so.
I was enjoying that. Welcome back to Braves basketball. Halftime come to a close. Braves down by 8, 29-21. Offensively been struggling, Michael. Got to try to find an answer.
Yeah, we need a few good things to happen sequentially.
Yeah, something needs some confidence built too. You know, there's a three from the wing on the way by Kossuth, no good, and Markle with the rebound.
And I still say, man, McNutt, shoot the basketball. So he's been the bright star or the bright spot on offense.
Well, you know, we played a lot of that first half.
There we go.
Without Chase Booker, who I was just about to talk about in foul trouble, and Ashton Johnson. They're both back in the game now, and that shows as Booker gets the first basket and kind of stops the bleeding.
Yeah, big first couple of minutes this quarter.
Ball down inside, and loose ball picked up by Johnson. Gets it ahead. Robertson to the goal. Missed the shot. McNutt with the tip, and the Braves all of a sudden have found a little offense.
That's it. Just a little energy, few little positive things happen. You're back in this thing.
29-25. Here comes pressure. McNutt with the steal. Going all the way to the goal. He slams it home. And timeout by Kossuth.
Kason McNutt. Man, that's what we ordered, and that's what we got. Right?
That's right. A 6-0 run by the Braves to start the third quarter, and have cut that lead to 2. Exclamation point with Kason McNutt goes up with a one-handed dunk.
Don't you love it when little guys can dunk it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, most people running have no idea who Spud Webb is, but, I mean, this is a guy that won the NBA's slam dunk competition. He's like 5'7". But he could jump a mile. And Kason, he got that ball cradled in that right hand after he made the steal at half court with nobody within a mile of him. And he goes up in there and just slams it home.
Wow, that's that's an energy boost. Now the bench is alive. People, the players over there are clapping. So here we go, Matt. That could be a pivotal part of this game from here on.
Yeah, enough momentum swing that Kossuth took a timeout. He tried to stop the bleeding quick. So a 2-point game now. Kossuth will throw it in from under the backboard. Braves coming out in a little 1-2-2. Pressure in the back. Ooh, almost forced the turnover. See, that's what right there is really. They needed to come up to the guy right there. See, they give up the basket. That's where you get up there and you trap him right there. That's where you create the 10-second call. Yeah. They backed off. They backed off. You can't do that.
Yeah, Kossuth ended up with a snowbird layup there. So
6-0 run comes to an end, and the lead goes back to 4. Now they get it down low. Markle, special run to Johnson. And now he gives it to McNutt, goes off his hands, ends up in the hands of the Braves. Booker. They're just staying almost, they're playing kind of a man, but now this has been an ugly possession. The ball rolled across the ground. Every time somebody starts to pick it up and I start to call their name, they drop it. We'll just leave it at this and say McNutt's got the ball and he's on the left wing.
He's going to back up and reset the offense.
Works off a screen. Now to Markle. Got Johnson in the paint, but instead Robertson going to fire up a 3, and that's an air ball. Okay, he kind of forced that one a little quick. Quickly, Kossuth gets it up the floor. Oh, that should be a jump ball, and they're going to call a foul on Robinson.
Yeah, that was Robinson had his hand on the ball. That should, like you said, it should have been a jump ball.
They called that on McNutt. They did. They called that on McNutt. Wow.
That's his first.
They're still not calling fouls on Kossuth. It's better. Unless you blatantly grab somebody, there's a good steal by McNutt. Dropping back, reading the eyes of the quarterback, as we say. Now going to the goal, misses the layup, and Kossuth with the rebound. Right now, neither team shooting the ball well. Ooh, almost another steal with the Braves, but the Aggies end up with it. Feed down low, basket's good. Right now, Kossuth's getting all their points in the paint.
Yeah, right to the bucket here.
They're back down by 6 again. They had trimmed it to 2. Trailed by 8 at the half. McNutt fires for three. In and out, no good. And Kossuth the rebound. Braves had one guy in there rebounding. And now McNutt picks off another pass. Going strong all the way to the goal. Hangs and scores. What a good.
Well, we had some English on that one.
I was
didn't
going to say, what a good bit of English you had to put on that one to get it to roll over the rim. And that cuts the lead back down to 4 again. And now we got a double dribble, so they force the turnover.
Yeah, with that bucket, 14 points for McNutt.
McNutt's got almost half the Braves' points right now. 33-29, Braves with the ball halfway through this third quarter. There's a lob to McNutt, and he tips it in. I thought he might as well dunked it while he was up there. Good play. You thought I was kidding in the first time I was talking about a lob.
Yeah.
McCalman now draws a double team, gives it off. Shot in the lane, no good. Kossuth the rebound. Fighting to go back up. Instead kicks it out for an open three. Short. Again, they get the rebound, put it back up, and another foul. That may be Robertson. Something with a 0. You can't tell from up here. It could be Johnson, too.
It is Johnson.
Yeah.
It's his third.
Well, you got a 20 and a 30, and I can't tell if you got 2 or 3 fingers from up here, especially when he's got his back to me. First free throw on the way is good. That's
Johnson.
Kilo again. I know you don't keep up their points, but he's got to have a good bit of their points.
He's got to. I mean, he's hit threes from all over the place and from the free throw line.
Next one. In and out, no good. Braves with a rebound. Barnes back in the game. He got the rebound. Those free throws brought to you by Boyce Hogsworth State Farm. So Braves down 3. Could tie this thing up with a 3 right here. Been a while since we've had a tie score.
Yeah.
Barnes in the right. Robertson in the right wing. Now to Markle. Barnes just there he is. He was on this far side. I couldn't see him. He's inside fighting for the ball. Loose ball going to be picked up now. Good job by Markle, but he knocked it. Oh. Now we're going to have communication.
It should be Braves ball.
They're going to give it back to Kossuth. Watch.
Oh, should be Braves ball. Man, bad call.
Markle knocked it out of the Kossuth player's hands, but then off of the Kossuth player before it went out of bounds. And one official overruled the other one. So 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. 34-31, Kossuth with the 3-point lead and the ball. Braves, there goes McNutt with a steal. So he does it again. He slams another one home. Kason McNutt with 2 dunks, and the lead is down to 1. That is, you talking about we were getting a crowd into it. Now they try to lob down low, and Booker gets back.
We were begging for Kason to take more shots, and he's done it.
Yeah, that's the kind you want. High percentage. Barnes for 3 from the corner. Short. Rebound. He gets his own rebound. And then falling down. Loose ball. Markle's looking for it. And they get it ahead. And there he goes all the way. Kilo lays it in. Everybody's chasing the ball. Nobody got back defensively. And the lead back to 3 again. Ooh. Almost a steal off of Robertson. Barnes ends up with a loose ball. Quick hands that time by McCalman. Barnes with another lob. This one too high, and a foul while he's in the air. That's where you hold your breath when somebody fouls you when you're.
Because Kason was up there.
Kason's probably what? 5'9" maybe?
Yeah.
And he's in there taking lobs. And he's already had 2 dunks in this game. Braves to throw it in. Comes back. Now they feed the right wing, Robinson. Minute 49 to go in the quarter. Down low, Markle. Spin move, won't go. Had a look at it, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, good move there, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Kossuth the rebound. 3 out front, in and out, no good. Rebound again, taken down by Booker. And now we're going to whistle on a foul. I think they run over a Braves player, didn't they? Yeah, they run over McNutt.
I think it's going to be on McCalman.
His first. Actually, they've called 2 fouls on Kossuth in this half. That's more than they called on him in the
first half?
Yeah, pretty much. Braves throw it in. Down by 3, looking for that tie. You got McNutt. What a save by Robinson, but saved it right to McCalman, who gets it ahead. And now a loose ball picked up by McNutt. Braves got numbers. Robertson to McNutt. And he slams it again over the top of McCalman for the dunk and a foul. Wow.
That was impressive. Had the lob, and man.
My goodness. You talk about getting the bench into the game. McNutt, 3 dunks, including the lob. Now he's fouled. He's going to try and tie the game. And he does. We are tied at 36. The momentum has swung. Ball in the corner. Kossuth looking to kind of regain their composure. Oh, they throw it off of Johnson's foot. Now a loose ball picked back up by Kossuth. Under a minute to go in the third. Tied at 36. Braves extending the defense. Robertson really forcing the issue. Now McNutt losing man. McCalman going to step into a 3. No good. It was a good looking shot, but Kossuth the rebound, put it back up and in.
Yeah, offensive rebound there by the Kossuth Aggies and get the bucket.
Yep, Lewis with the basket. Braves back down by 2 again. Booker now feeds to McNutt. McNutt, he lost the ball. He was about to pull up for a baseline jumper and just dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, just lost the handle on it.
So with 20 seconds to go here in the third, Kossuth may hope for the last shot. Up by 2.
McNutt with 21 points so far in the game.
Yeah, but the only ones anybody's going to remember is them 3. 3 dunks. Oh, there's a charge. What a job drawing the charge. You know, if Abby Reed is the charge taker for the girls, then Chase Booker is the equivalent for the boys.
He's the charge king.
He is. So you still got 11 seconds to go here in the quarter. They roll the ball in. Booker just now picks it up, so he gets into half court. They got time to set the play. Feeds McNutt, left wing. Now back out front. Robertson steps into a 3 on the way. Oh, too strong. Rebound is too late on the shot, and the quarter comes to an end. Well, had multiple shots at it, and now I've lost my pen.
Did it hit the floor?
Yeah, probably somewhere. I'll find it. All right, for timeout on the floor into the third quarter. Braves trail by 2. It's 38-36. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Braves basketball
on Fun 91.
Welcome back to Braves basketball. Both teams getting a lecture. I don't know what for. I thought we seen pretty good sportsmanship out here tonight.
I don't know if there's been any,
maybe verbal
probably. It's been a.
Well, the 2 guys standing right there, going to be ashamed for between McNutt and his dunks and then Kilo with his shooting 3/4 court threes.
60 points in between them.
That's right. All right, fourth quarter underway. Braves trail by 2 with the ball. They feed Robinson. He's got an open 3 on the way. Another air ball. Boy, the Braves, the outside shooting tonight for the Braves has been off.
Yeah, we've hit 3 of them. 2 by Robinson, 1 by Barnes.
Yeah, but how many have we shot?
Exactly. Yeah.
We've had. You don't need 3s that ain't drawing iron. Kilo with the ball being guarded by McNutt. Maybe they were just talking about we're going to guard each other. There's a 3 out from the outside, no good, and it's going to be tipped by the Braves and go out of bounds. So ball will stay with the Aggies. Looking to get it in, and they have to throw it all the way back near the 3/4 court just to get it in.
Yeah, good defense there by the Braves on the inbound.
Gets it in, Kilo down low. Good hands by Johnson, but tips it right back to a Kossuth player who lays it in. Sometimes swatting it is not the best thing. You almost get an assist.
I know it.
Back down by 4 now, 40-36. 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. And now there's another steal. And Braves do a good job getting back to stop it and ends up with the ball. And then finally we got one of those. Braves got a timeout.
We'll take it.
Their coach wants to know you can get a timeout without having possession.
Asked that same question many times.
Yeah, we got the time. They gave timeouts during the girls' game. Nobody had the ball.
I think, it's just a natural reaction from the official. You hear timeout, and they're huddling about it, but there's nothing to do about it now.
Yeah, they done called a timeout. What are you going to do?
We're going to untimeout.
Now they're going to call a jump ball, which will give it back to Kossuth.
If that's the case, then he ought to get the timeout back. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He ought to get the timeout back. Because you gave him, he can't call timeout unless you have possession.
Right. So it's going to be Kossuth's basketball because of the jump ball. I'd be curious if they did get their timeout back. The ball comes in, now back into the corner. Braves down by 4, Kossuth with the ball. Boy, almost could have got close to a 5-second call right there. Just kind of got stuck in no man's land. Finally gives it up. Goes back to McCalman in the left wing. Now Mankillo now being guarded by Robertson. A lot of high ball screens going on, but not a lot of movement. They're in no hurry.
Yeah, Kossuth kind of standing around a little bit on offense.
We're going to have to go out and force the issue now. They must not like that because now the Kossuth's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, I think probably Coach Burdette's like, we're doing a lot of standing around on offense.
Yeah, too much standing around. Not enough spacing. 40-36, Kossuth with a 4-point lead, 6:19 to go here in the ball game. Earlier tonight, Lady Braves got their 14th win of the season, 54-13, and it was a game of 43-13 at the half. And they started running the clock. Coach Middleton was playing everybody. I mean everybody. And Kossuth didn't come up with any points in the second half. Kind of pitched a shutout.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Middleton here at halftime of the boys game, and we were just chatting. He said he really liked the intensity his team came out with, and the whole bench, no matter who he brought in, played with that same defensive intensity like we talked about. So.
Yeah, that whole game was about defense.
Yeah.
And
you give up 13 points and none in the second half, that's pretty good defense.
That's defense. That's football teams don't do that. And so they get their 14th win of the year to head into the holiday break. They won't play again till January the 3rd or 4th. What is that?
Yeah, he said he's going to give them a break and probably come back on the 27th and
get them through Christmas and then come back and start.
And they need a rest.
Getting ready.
Well-deserved rest for the ladies.
Yeah, that'll be on the 3rd, January the 3rd. Baldwin at home. We'll have that for you. Now there's a walk on Kossuth.
Yeah, shuffle them feet.
That'll be our next broadcast, too, after tonight. Again, if we forget to tell everybody, we hope everybody has a Merry Christmas.
That's right.
Hey, it's almost here. Boy, it gets here quick, don't it?
Man,
it just seemed like yesterday, it was beginning of football season, and now, about 5 more days and it's Christmas. And then it really starts going fast.
Be 2025.
Yep. And then it'll be summer, and then we start all over again. There's a Booker pull-up shot, and it won't go, but he draws the foul. 5:52 to go.
Yeah, Booker dribbled in there at the free throw line. Tough shot, got hacked, and he'll go to the line. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Braves only shot 3 free throws tonight.
So Chase at the line with some Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm free throws, and the first one on the way is no good. Boys, we need these freebies right here. Lines up the next one. On the way, and that was good. So he gets 1 or 2, and that cuts the lead down to 3 again now, 40-37. We got another timeout on the floor, and we'll pause with them this time. 40-37, Kossuth by 3, back in 1 minute. Here's Kossuth with the lead and the basketball. 5:45 to go in the ball game. To get it ahead, Killo down the lane. Now kicks it out for a 3 on the way. Good, boy, that's a big shot. Big shot from Brooks to build that lead back up to 6.
Yeah, Braves need to answer here. Get a bucket.
McNutt down the lane. Scoop shot goes, and he draws the foul. Well, there's your answer.
Wow. What just a strong shot there by Kaysen McNutt. I think he actually got fouled by 3 different players on his way into the goal. And
maybe they'll give him the basket and 3 free throws. That'll be a 5-point play. That'd be enough to probably tie it up. We do that, wouldn't it?
Oh, man.
All right, McNutt going to the line. Boys Hollingsworth State Farm free throw is in and out, no good. And Kossuth tips it, but Markle saves it, but saves it right into Kilo. Quickly up the floor. McCalman going to fire up a three, no good. And it goes over the backboard, so it'll be Braves basketball. Still a 4-point game. Braves got the stop. Now see if they can get an answer. Booker tries to feed it down low, does. McNutt gives it off. Robertson lays it up. Oh, missed the shot. Wow.
Yeah, good look.
And now, a good job. Robertson didn't quit on the plays. He got back, tied up the ball, and forced the jump ball. That's just good hustle.
It was. Didn't give up, like you said, after he missed the shot. Kept playing defense.
So Braves get the ball back with the possession arrow. Comes into Markle. He'll hand it off to McNutt. Under 5 to go. McNutt off the dribble. Down the lane. Pull-up shot. Won't go. Rebound. He gets his own rebound shot. No good. And finally, Kossuth comes down with it. Kilo down the middle of the floor. And he throws a wild pass, plus picks up a charge. This time he runs over. If Booker is 1, then Ashton Johnson is 1B on drawing charges.
Yeah, he threw it over there into Kossuth's version of what we call the retired coaches section.
Yeah, I think this is like the retired police department section over there. I think everybody in that section's got a gun. Braves with the ball. Robertson going to fire up a three. Too strong. Boy, our three-point shooting tonight has been
it's been bad.
And that's been nice.
It is, yeah.
They played good defense, and they tried to force a turnover, and Kossuth a great job saving it, get the shot inside, no good, but Booker gets the rebound, and he's fouled. And that's 4 fouls now on the Aggies, so Braves will shoot free throws after this.
They're going to get Kilo for that one. That's at least his 3rd. That's his 4th, actually. That'll be a big loss for the Aggies. He's kind of been their scoring machine.
Absolutely. From all over the floor, like you said.
They're going to lead him in there with those 4 fouls.
I wonder if they're not paying attention to that. I believe I could take him out for at least a minute.
With the Braves right here, you go right at him.
Braves trying to pick up a screen. McNutt trying to get Markle, trying to screen 2 guys out the top of the circle. Now they're going to restart this play. 3:45 to go. Braves down by 4. Markle now got Johnson in the left wing. Got Booker running across. Now feed out to Robertson. Now to Booker. Shot on the way. Good. Boy, they run that motion offense good that time.
A good open shot there, but Chase Booker drains the 12-footer.
And it's back to a 2-point game.
Need to get a stop here.
Robertson overruns the pass. Kossuth got numbers. Braves do a good job getting back. And now there's a steal by Markle. He just stepped into the passing lane. Gets it ahead to Booker. Now to Robertson. Robertson has to save it in, and then Johnson saves it in. Boy.
Well, that was ugly, but it worked.
Slow it down now. 3 minutes exactly to go. Braves down 2. Booker looking for McNutt. Nothing doing, so now he's going to send Markle down. Markle comes back out top of the circle. Circles down through the lane again. Johnson takes the pass back to McNutt. Here comes the high ball screen. McNutt, pull-up jumper inside the three-point line is good. We're tied at 43. Casey McNutt may be having a career night.
He is on fire.
You know, and it's funny because we talked about early in the game he needed to shoot more.
Right.
Somebody must have texted him to do it. Ball comes out, 3 on the way. In and out, no good. And McNutt with the rebound. First time the Braves have had a chance to take the lead in a while.
Yeah, big possession here for the Braves.
Approaching 2 minutes to go in this game, and it's tied at 43. McNutt, left wing, now back out front. Robertson, now to Johnson. And he tried to feed McNutt, and that ball is kicked by Spencer. Man, I could hear that.
Yeah, that was a thud all the way up here.
So we'll reset the offense. Comes in to Booker. Now 3 on the way, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Now to Booker, he passes up the 3, steps into it, inside the 3, shot no good. Rebound fought for Johnson again. Pump fake, and he is hammered.
Good job there by Ashton Johnson. He got a lick across the face.
Can't keep a good man down. He's going to get back up and shoot some free throws. with 1:49 to go.
Yeah, that was a hard foul. He's kind of trying to gather himself right now at the three-point line.
Two big Boys Hollingsworth State Farm free throws, and good job by Coach to go. He's going to go out there and drive the floor. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's buying some minutes.
Absolutely.
Giving Johnson time. Coach Parsons is like, all right, I've stalled long enough.
Yeah, big free throws here for Ashton.
First one. Oh, in and out, no good.
Man.
Next thing you know, Coach Parsons will be releasing the squirrel. You got to buy time. Slow things down. Next free throw. That one's good. The Braves take the lead. 1 out of 2 from Johnson on those Boys Hollingsworth State Farm free throws.
Full court pressure.
And they force the turnover.
Kind of been holding out in their back pocket a little bit and showed it here with 1:43. You got to get a turnover.
Ball comes into Markle. Turnaround shot in the lane. Won't go. Johnson fights for the rebound. Puts it back up. Won't go again. Tip, and Kossuth with the ball. 1:35 to go. Braves only lead by 1. Fans starting to come to their feet.
That should have been a wall.
Now travel.
He shuffled his feet, and it'll be Braves basketball. Got a barn burner here with 1:27 to go at Kossuth.
Walking it up. Slowly, no hurry. McNutt running the baseline. Booker, top of the circle. Now feeds Robinson in the corner. Down low to Markle. Markle back his way. Turnaround shot. Good!
What a shot by Graydon Markle. Turnaround jumper at the baseline.
Braves with a 3-point lead. Kossuth's got numbers going the other way. Pass down low. Oh, a foul. They went up for the dunk and lost his feet.
Yeah, that's tough. That's one of those tough falls. Hope that young man's okay. He's getting up slowly, but he's getting up. That's a good sign.
Yeah. All right, he's up. Boy, you know, he's a tall fella, too.
He is, yep. Good sportsmanship there by Chase Bookers. He comes over and
they got him listed on the roster at 6'6".
Yeah. Shook hands with him, made sure he's okay. Told him, hey, that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, because I don't even know that I think it was more like he felt like he was going to get undercut.
Yeah.
And he lost his footing. First free throw is no good. Because I don't think that Chase ever made contact with him. But he did get called for the foul. He may have made contact before he went up.
Got a box out right here on the miss. Big rebound here for the Braves. If they can get it.
They get that one. So back to a 2-point game. They hit 1 of 2 Boys Hollingsworth State Farm free throws. And under a minute to go, Braves up by 2 with the ball. McNutt in no hurry. They got to foul twice before we even shoot free throws.
Yeah, see if the Braves can hold on to it without turning it over.
McNutt back out to Johnson. He slows it down now to Booker. Booker back to Johnson. Boy, that's a good 4 corners they got going, really. Handling the ball well. McNutt now to Johnson. And now they finally foul.
Again, they got
a foul again before you shoot. One more foul and Braves will go to the line. Nope, that was 6.
That was 6 foul. All right, big free throws here for Ashton Johnson. We got his mom here to our left.
And Dad, too, right in front of us. No pressure, no pressure. Ashton at the line. 2 big State Farm, Boys Hollingsworth State Farm free throws. First one, good. That's back to a 3-point lead. This is a huge one right here with 25 seconds left. High net shot on the way. He got them both. Ashton making us proud. Good 4-point lead. 20 seconds to go. And they call a foul.
Well, we got fouls to give.
We got all kind of fouls to give. That's the only. See, I told you these things would balance out. Only the second foul on the Braves.
And we're going to get a full timeout.
All right. I tell you what, 48-44, Braves by 4, 19 seconds left. Braves still got, they can give 2 more fouls before they start.
Yeah, and that's, the good thing about that is you kind of disrupt their offense, right?
Right.
If you see somebody driving, foul him before he shoots,
Yeah, then you got to come back and just reset.
Right,
throw
exactly.
it in. That's eating up more time. We'll keep it right here. Again, Lady Braves won the opener, got win number 14 on the season. a dominant effort. What we'd say more or less a dominant defensive effort. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
Didn't give up a point in the second half. That just
starters played maybe half the game. A lot of the younger players got some playing time. A lot of good playing time there. Everybody contributed, and like you said, gave up 13 points and didn't give up any in the second half.
Yeah.
That's
pretty impressive.
That's pretty good showing there to go into the Christmas break.
Braves looking to snap a 3-game skid. And, early on it didn't look like that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you saw a team that was, honestly, just to be honest, it was like, I'm not really sure I even want to be here. You know what I mean? And then, buddy, the second half, the Braves team showed up. And
the team we've been seeing most of the season.
Right.
And then Casey McNutt putting on a dunking exhibition.
Golly.
2 dunks and then a lob for a dunk. And he got fouled on one of them. Been hitting mid-range jumpers.
He's got 25.
All right, here we go. Kossuth to throw it in. They got to throw it in all the way back to the court, so eating up some time there.
Foul again. I'd foul again right here.
Yeah, go for the steal.
Foul again.
And there's the foul.
That's a good foul.
Yep.
Good foul.
With only 11 seconds left, so now that's 4, so you don't want to foul anymore. Now just play defense. Because if you don't foul,
they only got 3 on the thing.
Well, that should have been the 4th one right there, I thought. There's a 3 from the wing, air ball. They get the rebound, throw it back out. They'll take another 3 on the way. No good. Shot up, and they bank one in, and timeout with 1.6 seconds left. Braves lead by 2. Wow. And apparently, you're right. I guess it was just 3. Either they just hadn't put the 4th one.
Yeah, it could be 4, but I mean, if the board's right, it's just 3.
So 48-46, Braves by 2.
You got to get it in. Of course, they're going to foul. I mean, they're going to try to deny the inbounds. As soon as it comes in, they're going to foul. So the first order of business is get the ball in.
You got to get it in. Yeah, you definitely can't give them, because if you don't get it in, you're giving the ball back down here.
Right.
And you can get a shot off in 1.6.
And it looks like, I don't know if the timeouts left are accurate or not, but according to the scoreboard, each team has 2 left.
Well, it was 3 each, so that's probably right.
Yeah. So you got that in your back pocket.
Yeah, 1.6, you can get a ball in, take a dribble, and a shot.
Which we don't need to.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying if they were to get the ball, if we don't get it in, then they've got time to get off a good shot. I would I'd be running McNutt off of a couple of screens and sending him long.
Yeah, as long as you make that pass, because if you overthrow it and it goes out of bounds, then they get it back down here. Yeah. But you're right, you definitely don't want to turn it over in the lane right here.
Right, so I mean, if you're going to turn it over, it needs to be down here.
Yeah.
Of course, they have hit a court 3 already today. Let's see what happens. There goes the screen. They get the ball. What happened?
I think we called timeout.
Wow. And because we actually got the ball in, but we got the timeout before the ball came in.
And it was close. We were probably at 4 seconds.
All right, so we'll restart this again. Again, the Braves will play during the holidays, the 27th and 28th. They'll play in the Peggy Bain tournament. That's at Alcorn Central. And like Michael said earlier, when we find out who they play and when they play, we'll post it for you. But right now, we don't know.
Yeah, and we won't. Obviously, it won't be broadcast. We don't do those tournaments like that.
Yeah, kind of holiday tournament stuff. Yeah. Because you never know. That game may be supposed to start at 4. It may not start till 5.
Right. So we're going to hit replay and do this same deal here again here when play resumes. It's 1.6 seconds. Braves with that 2-point lead. Got to get the ball in.
Braves asking if they can, they can. Make sure they can run the
baseline.
Yeah.
And you always want to make that clear, right? Because you definitely don't want that to be a turnover.
Oh, my goodness. That would be awful. All right. Ashton's going to throw it in again. Here we go. I think we're running the picket fence. There goes Marco Long. That's what I was looking for. He makes the catch. He's going to dribble off the time. That's it.
Good call there.
That's the play I was looking for right there. They just ran to somebody else.
What a great call, because I'm sure they were not expecting the big guy to go long. You know
that's right. Instead of sending the little scat back, we sent the tight end long.
Exactly.
Braves get the win, break the losing streak, 48-46. They go to 11-5 on the season. They're 1-1 in the division, but that is a very respectable first half of the season.
Right.
11-5. 6 games over 500. You got the holiday tournaments coming up. But that's a good first half, and that's a good way to end the first half of the season by getting through that and getting that win.
Yeah, exactly. On the night, from a scoring standpoint, the Braves had one player in double figures, and that was Kason McNutt with 3 dunks from the man and 25 points. 8 points for Dusty Robinson, 4 points for Graydon Markle, 3 points for Thomas Barnes, 5 points for Chase Booker. Hey, and 3 points for Ashton Johnson, but 2 of those were the biggest 2 points of the night.
Big free throws. Big free throws.
Yeah.
His parents right in front of us. They were like standing up, about to turn their back.
Oh, absolutely.
Couldn't even watch.
It's like parents do, man, when you're in just a nervous situation, they couldn't even watch. So, proud for him, proud for them, proud for the Braves. Get back on the winning side and able to turn things around.
All right, ladies won the opener by a score of 54-13, as we talked a few minutes ago. Pitched a shutout in the second half, didn't give up a point. Led 43-13. Started a running clock in the second half, never gave up a point, went on to the easy win, and got to play a lot of players. 14-0 first half for the Lady Braves, 25 wins in a row overall, dated back to last year. That's pretty impressive also.
It is.
And they're also 2-0 in the division. But the Braves win the nightcap. Nail-biter, came from behind, trailed pretty much all the way. First half they trailed at halftime 29-21, and then the third quarter trailed only by 2 at the end of 3, and then came back and won it by 2, 48-46. Stopped the bleeding, got the 11th win on the season. They're 11-5, 1-1 in the division, and everybody's going to take Christmas off. We will be back on the 3rd of January as Baldwin will come to town. That'll be a home game, and we'll have some guests for you, some prizes hopefully. From our full court show that we do all of our home games. So, anything to add?
Nope, just Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2025.
That's right. We'll see you January the 3rd. We get the sweep here tonight at Kossuth. Thanks for listening to Braves Basketball
on Fun 91.